get it. Go get it.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Dreadnoughts leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go. EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now a first carry for their fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down now. Vincent, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Vincent. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second and 3. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dive set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
They go play action here on first down. He gets it complete to Jackson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Back to throw now on first down.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On first down, Patton. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 2nd down now, Vincent. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. To try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side.
Vincent.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Vincent. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Back to throw.
Open man is Stewart, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Up the middle they go. convincing. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out comes San Antonio. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times, defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now they matched their opponent's pick-6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the
an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to number 81. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give, right side. Patton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just spin a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And
unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, on the other side, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Patton. And taken down just shy of the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. It's Patton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 9 now. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offensive coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. On second down, Vincent. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. On third down, Vincent. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wade.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I think he tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 4. It's Jackson again on the reception. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Patton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Patton, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dreadnoughts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And here come the Bills. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wade. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 11. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. Back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
2nd and 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dreadnoughts are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wade. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. You tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. It's Patton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, Patton. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for San Antonio, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.